Morning YouTube, just a quick little update on my week's training. So I've done a little training session this morning on Zwift. It was just a 1 hour training session. It was quite easy, bit of a warm up, and then there was, I can't remember what watts it was, I think it was 190 watts for 20 minutes. Then there's a 10-minute rest where it's just 150 watts for about 10 minutes, so nice and easy. And then it said 2 lots of 10 minutes, so it's just 20-minute straight through, 245 watts. So I chose my time trial bike, went on Zwift on the Rotopia in the desert, just out nice and flat, and it was quite good. I don't know who he was, but there's a guy on it that he followed me, and we were both doing the same watts, and for pretty much the whole 20 minutes at 245 watts we were going the same speed, so about 23-24 miles an hour. But I've had a look, you can work it out from watts per kilogram. I was doing about 3 watts per kilogram at 245 watts, and I'm about 81-82 kilograms. But I worked it out. He was because I was doing 3 watts a kilogram at 245 watts, but because he liked me, I put like a ride on thumbs up like on Zwift, and then when you go into the Zwift companion app, you can see, so I did a bit of spying, so I can see who he was, I can see how old he was, and I can see how tall he is, but it doesn't say what his FTP is, but you can work it out sort of how heavy he is, because you can see in the average I was doing 245 watts for a good 20 minutes. It might have gone up and down slightly, and he was doing the same. We were both doing 23-24 miles an hour. I know I had the erg mode on, but he was doing pretty much the same. I think 3 watts a kilogram. So if you divide 245 by 3, it gives you about 82. So I know then my body weight is 82 kilograms. If you do the same for him, so if you do, you can see on the Zwift companion app, he was averaging about 180 watts, 190 watts at the same speed, because you can see his power graph. So 180 divided by 3, because I could see when I was riding, I could see on the screen he was doing 3 watts a kilogram. 180 divided by 3, that's a lot lower. That's something like 60 kilograms. So I'm not sure how tall he is. I know on Zwift, if you put in your height affects speed as well. But when I was pushing out 245 watts for 20 minutes, he was only pushing out 180 watts for 20 minutes. So I don't know what his heart rate was like and stuff, but if I was doing 180 watts, oh, that's easy for me. I can easily do 180. But the thing is though, we were doing the same speed. So what that means is, if you're lighter, it's proof that lighter body for the same speed, you'd need a lot less power, loads less power. And if I was doing 180 watts instead of 245, I could do 40 minutes, I could do an hour, I could do a whole hour at 180 watts. So if you reverse the maths, do the maths a bit different. So he was doing 3 watts a kilogram, I was doing 3 watts a kilogram, he's 60 kilograms, I'm 82 kilograms. If you work it out, if I had the same power to weight ratio and stuff, if I was his weight, 60 kilogram, but I was pushing out 245 watts, I worked out the same power to weight ratio, I could be, it's the same as me pushing out 380 watts if he was to do so. I can't remember how I worked it out, but I worked it out something Like, yeah, that's it, yeah. So I was doing 245, he was doing 180. If he did 245, it's the same as me doing 380. And if I was doing 380, I'd be flying. Today I was doing 23, 24 miles an hour. I know when I'm doing time trials, like I did one yesterday, if I was doing 380 watts, you're pushing 30 miles an hour. At the same sort of like effort. Because I was doing 245 today, I was doing fine. So what I'm trying to get at is, this is why I want to lose weight. So I'm 82 kilograms, 81, 82 kilograms. I'm aiming for 76. I still think that's quite achievable. I have lost, in a year, it seems that I've had a look at my graph, it's taken me a year to lose 14 pounds. So to lose another 10 pounds is looking at like maybe May next year, my goal. I gotta go down, then it goes up again, it goes down, it goes up again, it goes down, goes up again. And I notice sometimes my body weight's high, but it's not because I've cheated with food, because sometimes I'm eating real low carbs, low calories, so maybe sticking to my goal, 1,300 calories a day, minus whatever exercise I've done. So it could be on like, it works out only 200 calories a day with the deficit. But I think it's maybe like an overtraining syndrome, where if I'm not eating enough, no carbs, and I'm training, my stomach goes quite full. Some days it feels real flat, and it feels like you pinch it, you pinch your skin, you've got no fat there, you've got no water there. Like in a bodybuilding world, you look dry, where you've got your veins popping out, your skin feels like thin. But then other days where I can see my veins today, other days you can just see the water under the skin, so you feel like you're bloated. So I think it's because of overtraining, the body just absorbs all the water. Yeah, so today was a little training session. Yesterday I only did 20-minute ride because it was a time trial. It wasn't that flat, it was quite hilly. So at the start there's a couple of hills where I pushed up to 400 watts, and then there's go down hills, and so when you go downhill the power drops off. Even though the speed on the computer game is high, the power dropped off, so it's like 200 something watts. And then there's flat, so I think I probably pushed too hard at the start because the bike was going real fast, and I thought I'd been training well, so I thought I could hold it 300, 400 watts. My average power didn't stay the same, so then I bombed off some a couple of riders. But then the second half of the time trial, they slowly caught up, and I was averaging about 300, just under 300. So it worked out. My overall average for the bike ride was about 280, 290, I think. I think I did too much at the start, and I was a bit tired at the end. But overall, good week. So it's Thursday today. So Wednesdays, it's no training session on the training plan for Wednesdays. That's why I did a time trial yesterday. Tomorrow, just another training session early in the morning. I'll do it as early as I can. I've got work tomorrow. Yeah, body weight's nice and low today. I've got a cheat meal tonight. So steak and chips, maybe a high carb chocolate pudding. Treat myself, and then yeah. So because I've got a training session in the morning, I won't do anything again tonight. So just an update. I have got a video of my time trial. It's on the laptop now. Producing. I don't know why there's no sound for the time trial. I'm thinking possibly because I got the GoPro one with the Rode microphone. I did plug it into the charger, so the charger plugged into the GoPro mic adapter, and that was in the GoPro. I haven't used that. I have never charged it through that before. I'm thinking that might be why there's no sound, but doesn't matter. There's only sound for the time trial. I'm just going to upload it just so I can see my body position for the whole 20 minutes. See if I know I wobbled a bit, but that's the bike. I mean, see how low I am, and would I benefit maybe from time trial bars, because that's as low as the stem goes. I think there's a 120mm stem. I'm not sure what the angle is, but I don't really want to reduce it anymore. So, because I know I'm a Defy, I got minus 17 degree, 120 degree angle stem. Only problem with the Giant, it's got an overdrive fork, so it's a 1 1/4 inch fork, so it's hard to get stems for that. This is a bit easier, so I might be able to get a cheap stem. But I'll have a look. I have got an app where it works out my my body position, but I find it comfortable on this size at the moment, so maybe you can go to 130, maybe drop the angle a bit if it looks like I can get my back position a bit lower, so I train better indoors, and then when I get in outdoors I'll be able to hold the position better. So train hard, fight easy. Yeah, so that's my little update for the day. Turbo Trainer setup is real sweet, it's going really good. Got my new TV, that's working well. Got the red wire plugged in to the phone. The phone then sits on the radiator. Headphones, got my GoPro, Garmin, drinks lined up. Only thing is, at the moment, the bike's a bit noisy. Turbo Trainer's making a bit of noise. Might have to take the tacks apart. Possibly might be, I've googled it, it might be the belt inside, a bit squeaking. But with headphones on I can't hear it, but if it's making a noise and squeaking and grinding, that might be affecting the power. But anyway, that's my update for today. This is today's video, and then the time trial will be updated as a second video. No sounds, but just watch it for body position. You can see the time trial on the TV, and then some veining your legs at the end. Okay, stay tuned. See you again.